Semi-quincentennial. It stands for something very powerful. 2.5 centuries of legacy, of civic spirit, and people striving to serve, include, and inspire. The Maryland 250 Commission honors that legacy. So as we mark the semi-quincentennial, we know that the next chapter is ours to write. Happy 250th, America. And here's to the next 250 together.
At Toyota's national sales event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun. Like Camry, RAV4, Grand Highlander, BZ4X, Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, Tacoma, Sienna, Corolla Hatchback, Sequoia, Prius, RAV4 Hybrid, Land Cruiser, GR Supra, Toyota Crown, Ford.
Buy a sporty Camry with special financing as low as 4.99%. Or get low APR financing on a stylish new Corolla sedan or hatchback.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Transform your outdoor space with Natural Concerns, where expertise meets artistry. Our dedicated team creates stunning landscapes that bring your vision to life, from custom hardscaping to native garden designs. With meticulous attention to detail and eco-friendly practices, we deliver superior results that stand the test of time. Visit naturalconcerns.com and let's create something beautiful together.
Summer's almost over.
But there's lots of end-of-summer fun at Toyota's national sales event.
Go long! Yes! Time right! Manny drops back and he flips one right down the middle. Well done. No, this one's burning.
Right now, lease a Tacoma SR5 for just $259 a month. Or buy one with special financing as low as 3.75%.
Come in today.
Great job, rookie.
Toyota, let's go places.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem.
Happy Sunday, everybody, and welcome to the Big T. Today, I'm Frank Vespi. This guy is Dave Rodman. We're going to give you some thoughts and analysis and picks on the upcoming 8-race program here at the Big T Timonium at the Maryland State Fair. But Dave, want to talk with you a little bit about the stake yesterday. The Shine Against Stake goes to Discreet Ops in a big effort. We had a lot of things going on yesterday.
Of course it went to Discreet Ops because I was too deep in that pick 5.
Oh, no.
Right. Okay. We're doing something here. Okay. Technical issues.
Technical
okay.
issues. Welcome to live TV.
Yeah.
So you did not have Discreet Ops to complete
right,
your pick
exactly.
5.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't have had the last leg anyway. But, yeah, I'm very afraid of that horse with all the scratches being a little more prominent. Always like that filly. Congratulations to Chip Reed and Ben Feliciano Jr. Discreet Ops to Shine Against Stakes. I had to survive a couple of rider objections in there, but was as is.
We had 3 different races go to the stewards yesterday, objections in 3 different races. They allowed 1, did not allow the other 2, including in the case of the Shine Against Stakes. All right, Dave, we got an 8-race program on tap here today. We got a pair of pick 5s. They start in race 1 and race 4. We're going to have tickets for both of those. Our lid lifter here is a 5,000 beaten claimer going a mile, 3 turns here at the Big T. I think we got a early pick 5 ticket we'll put up in a moment from Mackenzie Pfeiffer. And there we go. She's going single. She's just coming out swinging here, singling on the 7. Loving Cup for Hugh McMahon, Jorge Hernandez in the irons, then going 2, 2, 3, and 4, spreading out in the 5th race there. That is a starter allowance going 6.5 furlongs. She's going 4 deep in that one, including 2 horses I'm going to have in my pick 5, which is going to start the race prior to that. So we'll see how that goes, but there's your early pick 5 from Mackenzie Pfeiffer. It's a $24 ticket. Mackenzie will be joining me later on this afternoon as we go through the rest of the races. Race 1 here, Dave. Got a 7, make that 6 horse field, 1 scratch, 6 piece out is scratch. Billy Meister horse, leaving us a field of 6. Loving Cup 7 horse, that's going to be your favorite. It's not going to be either of our top choice, though.
But it is Mackenzie single, right? Loving
Yes.
Cup, and I can see that. Honestly, get to her in a second. And my top pick is the 1 here, Skip Through the Fire. One run at Timonium, but was a victim to the lone speed of Flinny 10 way back. I think the last 2 races kind of even pace, 6 furlongs and at a mile at Delaware. We'll get a good trip. I'm looking for Loving Cup to try to make that lead outside. Shouldn't have much problem. Happy Birthday Corey's been known to stoke up some early foot as well. And by the time they reach the 3/8 of the quarter pole, Skip Through the Fire, hopefully we'll be in a good stalking, pouncing spot under Yedset Hazelwood, who had a big day. A triple for jockey Yedset Hazelwood on yesterday's program. So looking to continue momentum here, carry it on. Jose Corrales, of course, on fire too on the early part of the meet. And Skip Through the Fire is going to be my top pick. I have a few trust issues with the horse, so almost went bombs away, really, with number 5, Happy Birthday Corey, who's done her best running on or near the lead as well. And she's got a race back at Penn National in February. I know it's a while back. That would probably do in the spot.
Yeah,
I think a very dangerous horse at a price in there. But the 7 Loving Cup, Mackenzie Single, Jorge Hernandez riding back, in form right now, sprinting, 6 furlongs, 7 furlongs. Strike while the iron's hot. Why not, you McMahon? And to try to go to the front in this spot. A horse that kind of used to come from a little off the pace, if I recall, but lately best runs have been on or near the lead.
I actually landed on the 3 here, a horse you haven't gotten to. That's Honor the Truth for Mike Gorham. Raul Mena going to be in the irons. This horse faced maybe slightly better last time out in 62 open 6250s at Delaware Park. I feel like the last 2 races she's run okay without getting any help at all from the pace. Nobody was coming back in either of those races. Feel like there might be a little bit more lively pace, might have a chance to run into it a little bit more today, and I'm hoping she can unleash kind of her best effort. You go back 3 starts ago, going a mile 70 at Delaware, gets a mile here. Hopefully the speed doesn't just go all the way around in front this time.
Yeah, I think the pace won't be super quick, but there's enough pace up front with Loving Cup and maybe Happy Birthday Corey, who's been known to show some speed, and Bravo Zulu breaking one off the inside, maybe to stoke it up a little bit. Honor the Truth's been beaten a couple of times by Skip Through the Fire, so I went that way in the opener.
All right, on to race 2. This is a 16,000 never win 2 claimer, going 6.5 furlongs. Everybody remains in, so we got a field of 6 here. Your morning line favorite, Fear Nothing, could be Yedset Hazelwood Day again. He's on that one for Hammy Smith. Both of us go in other directions, however, and in fact we go in the same direction. Could be the Kiss of Death. We both land on Brindano for Troy Robb and Hevian Toledo.
Blinkers going on. The maiden score at Laurel back mid-June there from well off the pace, going 5.5 furlong sprint. Came from well back at 10-1. Runner-up in that race came back to win at Colonial, though, on the turf with a 46 Bayer number. So winner out of that race. But Angel Cruz, who rode Brindano that particular afternoon, had to scrub on this horse pretty much the entire trip. He kind of likes to be kept busy, it appears, and maybe with the blinkers on, not only likes to be kept busy, but will maybe focus just a little bit more. It's just he's got numbers to win. I'm a little bit worried about he's kind of a little bit of a lazy horse who needs a little extra oomph around the far turn.
I kind of feel like this is a distance too, Dave, that's going to possibly hit him right between the eyes. You know, going 6 furlongs, he was sort of, coming late but a little late. Going a mile, he just didn't show a lot of punch. I feel like maybe 6.5 kind of hits him where he wants to be.
Yeah, that little extra distance at 6.5 here at Timonium should be to his liking. The 6, we both have in a place spot here, Celtic Pride, should have some dangerous early speed coming off those 4.5 furlong type races. So no doubt he'll probably try to grab it if a good break and try to clear off by the time they reach the first turn.
let's talk briefly about Fear Nothing. It's a horse that we're both trying to beat, but is 5-2 in the morning line there. Has been racing in a perhaps arguably slightly better company up at Delaware Park.
Well, he gets it again, and this is the first time he's been on this horse, the trainer Hammy Smith. I know he's been up front, but in modest fractions back at Laurel. Seemed kind of an off-the-pace type. Could get a good trip today, though. I mean, I'm not going to discount him, though I think you get a little higher price on Brindano in this spot if the morning line holds true, which it probably will, I'm sure.
All right, so Dave and I both going 5 and 6 in the top 2 spots in race 2. On to race 3, maiden 16,000s, going a half mile. The old dash distance here. Want to take out the 5 Star of Abraham, take out the 7 Northern Cardinal. Morning line favorite, Artist Mark for, oh look, Yedsid Hazelwood's on him. 2 jockey changes in here. Marshall Mendez going to ride number 2, Beachmont for Anthony Ferrier. Xavier Perez going to ride the 4-horse So Grand for Christopher Seal. And wow, in a short field, we're nowhere. Dave, you're on the 2, Beachmont.
I'm going for the horse that was beaten 40 lengths and off the claim in Anthony Ferrier's barn, but got to realize he was fractious in the gate last time out. He had a little behavioral issue in the starting gate, flashed some speed and stopped at Ellis, but he jumps him up to the 16 tag, right, after claiming him at Ellis Park. So I'm going to trust the fact that, you know, maybe that was just a one-shot deal where he got a little squirrely in the starting gate. Look for some behavior in the paddock and the post parade from him. I'm a little concerned about that, obviously, but his race Churchill back in June would not only do, but I think more than do here. The 4th place finish, the winner came back to win at a higher level out of that race. So Beachmont, and you said it is Marshall Mendez, right? Jockey change.
That is correct. Marshall Mendez on Dave's top choice. My top choice, Dave, you have him at the bottom of your triple, is the 6-horse Dave the Great. Showed good speed last time out against Lesser. Did fade a little bit at the end, but we're cutting back a half furlong here. After 4 furlongs in that race, this one was right there. Are you concerned at all with Beachmont about, you know, I think he might be a little outfooted here on the cutback to 4.5
He
furlongs.
might be, but the race at Churchill convinces me if he's close to correct, right? I mean, I thought it was just I mean, that's fine if he's outfooted, but if he, you know, with his class, so to speak, he should be able to stalk and pounce if he doesn't make the lead in this spot, which he probably won't, given the speed of Dave the Great, but he won't be that far back either.
All right. Any other thoughts here on this maiden 16?
Well, the blinker's coming off here. Artist Mark with Yedsid Hazelwood for Hammy Smith. Kind of intriguing here. They're just trying to find where this horse fits. And finally, after trying turf and dirt, back to turf, they said, you know where he fits? He fits for maiden 16. That's where he fits. And we're taking the blinkers off. Blinkers were on the last 4 starts, so I think they're just kind of trying to find his stride. He got a little bit of one of them. Forget which race he did. He got a little bit of early money play in there. I was intrigued by that. Men's girl racing. So I think they've experimented a bit, and the final experiment is he drop down and take the blinkers back off and start from square one.
Take your beating and move on with it. All right. 614 for me, 216 for Mr. Rodman. I love this 4th race. 4th race, fun little tilt here. Maiden special weight. 2-year-old fillies going 4 furlongs. And I think, Dave, I mean, the question really of this race is this. Are you going to eat the chalk with Brittany Russell's horse coming out of Saratoga, or you try to beat her?
Well, it looks like on your late pick 5, you are going to try to beat the horse because it's not your single. Or well, you have the horse. But
I have the horse, and probably if I were a smarter bettor, I probably would just toss the horse and try to beat her in this spot. I don't feel like I love 7-5 on this horse.
I don't either, especially given a couple of first-time starters who may be able to run. And you have the 1, which is one of them, and the 5, which is another one. There's another one I'll mention later to go ahead.
So there's my ticket. Late pick 5 starts right here, race 4. I'm going single in the 6th with a horse that I think is the controlling speed. And then I think it's a $12 ticket. and we made it go away, which is good because it's probably going to. Yesterday in my pick 4, I had the $25 horse, then the $7 horse, then I didn't have a pretty obvious horse in the third leg. So anyway, here's where we both.
Oh, that was that was the most likely winner of the day. The Farrier horse. That was my single. Are you talking about the late pick 5? Yeah.
Yesterday.
The 3 up the rail. Yeah.
Yeah, the 3 up the rail. I didn't have the 3
That
up
was
the
my
rail.
single, so whatever.
We
should have gotten together.
We should have, because we would have.
But you weren't here in the morning. All right.
I'll never do that to you again. All right. So I guess I do land on the Brittany horse. I don't love her horse in this spot, but it is a horse that. Interesting thing about it, they took it up to Saratoga, which means they like her a little bit, and they ran her against the boys.
Yeah, and the fact that she has experience for sure. And, we've had a pattern of at least 2 horses already in these 2-year-old races like this. 2 or 3 races against tougher company who've come back and they've won here at Timonium. So a little experience never. And look at who she ran against first time out and got play against Just Filtered, who I think did win again at Colonial yesterday. I happened to look up at the TV, saw that.
Yep.
At 7-5 at Colonial. Gary Capuano, very, very nice filly there.
No longer Gary Capuano. They sold it privately out of the debut.
Oh, it's not?
No, Trombetta's got her now.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But
they're selling a lot of horses, right?
They've sold a couple out of debut wins this year.
Thanks for the info.
Including that one and Dreaming of Alice, I believe.
Right.
So you're landing on Rerun Table as your top selection here. There are all kinds of positive win early signs on this horse, Dave.
One of our apprentice riders is here on set. About how many years for that? One of our the pony race riders. Rerun Table by Blofeld, 20% first-time starters in dirt sprints. Check. Out of DD Renegade, good mare. Has produced a couple of winners. And here we go. I'm going to whip it to you with Jamaican Dawn. Was a sibling with a 99 dog fig pedigree.
Wow.
That's pretty high, isn't it?
Actually, so this dam,
so
four to run, 2 first out winners. The other 2 won their second starts.
Oh, okay, and another winner too, with a nice buyer too. I didn't write the name down. But so the dam's a producer.
Yes.
Blofeld, good first-time outsider, dirt sprints. Trainer John Salzman Jr., the past 5 years at Timonium, ladies and gentlemen. 28 starters.
A Timonium only stat.
Only stat. How many winners out of 28 starters for Salzman? What do you think?
9.
Close. 8.
Oh, it's good.
29% strike rate and a positive return on investment. So I'm going with that. 3 check marks for Rerun Table.
A lot of positive signs. I use Emma Mermaid as well a little bit, the 1 horse. That's a daughter of Gormley for Jerry Robb. Xavier Perez going to be in the irons there, using his go-to rider. That's a good sign. It's a barn that wins first out. That's a good sign. Has a half sibling that is a first out winner and is a half to Accelerator. You may remember Accelerator. Folks around here will remember Accelerator. He was first past the post in the 2021 Tessio. Disqualified, ended up second via DQ, but was first past the post. He was a pretty good horse around here for a number of years.
Yeah, he won 11 of 27 lifetime and $104,000 bankroll. Was Accelerator sibling there, Emma Mermaid. Gormley. There's another firster in here to look at, number 347 Smoker. First time started by the Big Beast, who's kicking at a high rate with 2-year-old first-time starters, 20% in the winner's circle, and a full to a horse named Nature of the Beast. Not as flashy a dog fig pedigree figure as Rerun Tables, but good enough to consider, especially given the fact the sire is doing well with first-time runners. We've seen a lot of them who are very quick there. The Big Beast.
The Big
47
Beast.
Smoker.
All right, so Dave's going 5-3-1-2. I'm going 4-1-5-2 here. That is race 4, and if I'm not mistaken, we got to pay a bill.
Summer's almost over.
But there's lots of into summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Go long! Yes. Time right. Manning drops back and he flips one right down the middle. Well done. No, this one's burning.
Right now, lease a Tacoma SR5 for just $259 a month. Or buy one with special financing as low as 3.75%.
Come in today.
Great job, rookie.
Toyota, let's go places.
All right, Eli Manning there, back from when the Giants used to win games. How about that? All right, on to race 5, Dave, we got a starter allowance for, what do we got? Never won 3 or 3-year-olds going 6.5 furlongs. Take out a couple of these. Take out the 1 Schrader, the 4 Night Preacher. Everything else remains the same. Our morning line favorite at 9-5 is Cloud Without Rain for Greg Compton. This is a horse who runs a lot of good races, does not win a lot of races.
Blinkers going on, Cloud Without Rain, and comes off of a very good race. Actually, I think on my numbers, the best number that he's ever run, including the 12-length romp at Oaklawn. So there's a positive for Cloud Without Rain. And Martin Chuan was on him last time out. Says, I'll make the trip for Greg Compton. And I'm on him today, right? Unless there's a rider change I did not get yet.
You actually, your apparent top choice is the 5 here in the chase.
What's that?
Your apparent top choice is the 5 here in the chase.
Apparent, yes.
Not technically your top choice?
No, it is. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell us about it in the chase.
Well, I just liked his race 2 back at Charlestown. Not 1 but 2 winners. With dog leg up figures next time out, so that's a positive. The problem is I did pick a Michael Jones horse, I think, first day here at Timonium. Loved him. He's still running.
Still out there somewhere?
He's just going around the Ferris Allen wheel now. Another runner from the same barn, so yesterday too as well. But I'm going to stick with the fact that it's got to have some early speed in this spot, right? Got to.
Well, I think he's flattered a little bit, too. Excellent start, and Juba's hat trick, both next out winners from the 2-back race. Last out finishes behind Faster Gator. Faster Gator comes back to run a really good 3rd in the Hilton Memorial on Friday night. So that was a pretty good-looking effort. I actually land elsewhere, Dave. I land on Tojo's Mojo, the 7 horse for Salzman Jr. with Torrey Alba in the irons. This one gets blinkers on. That's a positive angle for this barn. Thought he was willing last time out at Delaware. The speed did not come back. That went to Metagooch, a horse we've seen around here a bunch of times. He came in just a length and change behind Cloud Without Rain, who's the favorite here. So I'm liking him with the equipment change maybe to turn the tables.
Yeah, I have no problem with the horse except for the fact that he owes me a little bit of money. I thought his race against Slam Notion on the comeback was great. Then he ran poorly to the very quick Tiny Lake. And then he wins the Delaware without me on him, and he gets up by a nose at almost 3-1. But the blinker's going on, this guy. It seemed last year he had a lot of talent sprinting at the raw 5-6 furlong distance in this spot. Maybe the blinkers will do the trick here for Salzman. Taking my shot that maybe in the chase is going to try to wire them. That's it.
That's
just
your
a
theory,
shot at a
and you're
price.
sticking
I mean,
with
I've picked enough favorites today.
I know how it is. All right, on to race 6. It's a optional 30K claimer, never 2 other than allowance, going 6.5 furlongs for fillies and mares. Late pick 3 starts in race 6. This is where my single in the pick 5 is going to be. It's going to be the 3-horse Proud Divvy. Arrives on a 2-race heater and looks to be speed of the speed.
Well, I hate to throw your tilt-a-whirl off balance, but
my tilt-a-whirl is always off balance.
I don't know. I'm taking a shot against her in this spot. How about number 4, First Lady Rosalind from the Michael Trombetta barn? The last 21 days, 32% in the winner's circle from the barn, a 267 ROI. Hot barn.
No, hot barn.
Little problem maybe that they claimed the horse for 40, drop it in for 30. Maybe it's not exactly what they thought she was, but she's shown a good. She comes out of a quick race at Delaware where the half mile was way overheated in 44 3/5 of a second, and has shown some good speed in the past. Wasn't far off a Disco Ebo in the Primonetta Stakes. So I'm hoping that First Lady Rosalind will maybe take a little starch out of Proud Divvy in this spot at a short price. And I'm sticking with that.
That's the one I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Another good angle there, which you didn't mention, Trombetta Barn, second time off the claim, a $3.03 ROI. So every $2 you put out, you get $3.03 back. I'm not a math major, but that's pretty good.
If the race falls apart, certainly Kilo Road, who had the optimal trip 2 back at Laurel, can get it again.
I agree.
But of those 3 horses, I think are contenders. One's even money, other 7-5 in the morning line.
Right.
First Lady Rosalind, the higher price of the 3. So I'll stick with this filly maybe to come back. That was a really quick fraction that faced last time out at Delaware. See, I did my homework.
You did do
And you
your
see
homework.
what happened yesterday when I did my homework?
I did not.
The horse won. And that was disqualified.
And you beat me.
No, sorry. Yeah, all right.
All right, on to race 7. Late double starts in race 7. It's a optional 3 other than allowance, 40K claimer. Going a mile, 3 turns. We got a scratch of the 1A, just call Ray. That leaves the plain 1 in, so it's still a field of 7. Feeling Woozy is the plain 1. I would guess will be your favorite, but we got a Miguel Clement runner. I don't know that has there ever been a Clement sighting in Timonium?
Like Jeremy Silbert says, Timonium is my Saratoga. So apparently,
I don't think it's Miguel.
For the
Miguel
Clement barn,
Clement's
for the Clement barn, apparently Timonium is their Saratoga. Here's Otello, who ran last at Saratoga, last and last at Saratoga.
Last and last, but on the grass.
On the grass. Was a bit rank under restraint as they tried to take a hold of this colt, trying the grass there for the first time. Back on a favored surface today. I think he might be a little bit dressed up in a gate-to-wire win at Aqueduct 3 races back on 1 mile and 3/16. So I'm taking a shot against him here with Feeling Woozy, who's faced a couple of really cool horses, awfully cool. A Darrow last time out. Think he's going to be in a great spot in here. Breaks from the inside draw. So I'm going with Feeling Woozy.
Now, it's obviously a logical player. I use Otello on top. Capcom a little interesting. There could be a lively pace in this race, I think, and Capcom could be the beneficiary.
Yeah, he's won a few races with really good trips, but obviously he's not going to make the lead in this spot. But if Torrey Alba can maybe just ease him over by the time they get toward the top of the stretch of the first time, save some ground, let them do their thing up front, and he's definitely a late threat in this spot. Now, Secret Zipper has been known to have early zip as well, so I mean, there could be a lively pace in here. Secret Zipper might be tested today with the likes of Otello. And Capcom could sit in that catbird seat there for Troy Singh.
Yeah, who was on the board yesterday. So, all right, 127 for Dave, 271 for me. We're pretty much in the same spot there. And the nightcap, maiden 5s going 4 furlongs. Got a couple of scratches here. Take out the 3 Reese's Drama, the 7 hard to get. That leaves us with a field of 5, an even money favorite in Gross Isle for Robbie Bales. First time on the dirt, all turf starts to date.
And you went to 13 times the charm for Bella Creed.
I did, and here's exactly why.
Tell me.
A wise man, not me, a wise man, and I believe it's Harvey Pack, said, don't take favoritism on a horse trying something for the first time. This horse has never been on the dirt, never raced on the dirt. He's trying it for the first time. Obviously, if he can transfer 2 of his starts, either one of his most recent start or the one before her start, to the dirt, she'll win here.
He did say that.
He did.
But he did later amend that, except at Timonium. Okay.
No, I missed that part.
Yeah, you missed that.
And so I'm feeling like look, could she win? Of course she could win. Is she the most likely winner? Probably.
She's gonna be a single on virtually every pick 5, pick 4 ticket, pick this ticket, double, etc.
Okay,
yeah, right?
But if she runs that 28 again, which she did 2 starts ago, could Bella Creed go better than that? Well, she has. That's my theory. I'm sticking with it.
All right. Well, I'm going to chalk it up there with Groseal. Number 4, Rio Oso by Long River. Not many winners first out for that sire, but did have a sibling that won at Charlestown at 4.5 furlongs. So the sibling could sprint and ran a 44 dog fig.
Ooh, a 44
which,
dog
you know,
fig.
it's not as flashy as the 99s earlier, but then again, this is a
we'll take
maiden
what we can
5.
get, right?
This is a maiden 5 group. So Rio Oso, interesting firster with the X-Man aboard.
You got the 2-horse
Which
in your
was,
mix.
by the way, Carlos Lopez had 2 choices, Grosjean, Rio Oso, and obviously went to the dropper.
Can't imagine why.
Can't imagine, yeah. All right.
You also have the 2-horse Larry Smith, good friend of the Maryland State Fair, by the way. Cayuga, Brenton Arnold, going to be in the irons. Has not shown a lot to date. Maybe this time?
Maybe, maybe not.
All right, then. And I also use the 5.
I can't really say, think of anything to say about the horse. But,
Okay.
yeah, all right.
Well, you don't have
Except
to.
for the fact it's run 4 -0 buyer numbers.
But what about the dog pigs?
When I saw that, I didn't even research the dog pig. You're maybe right. Maybe I've missed it.
All right. I use the 5 a little bit. New York Lights, Charlestown Shipper for Ronnie Brown. And that's going to do it. 642 for Dave, 165 for me. That is it. 8-race program on tap here at the Big T. Welcome to the Maryland State Fair. Timonium Racing coming up, 28 minutes to post. Dave Rodman will be along shortly with scratches and changes. Mackenzie Pfeiffer will be here this afternoon, and we'll be doing between race analysis. Post time, 12:10 here at the Big T. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck today.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Timonium. Temperature in the mid-70s, winds out of the south at 5 miles per hour. Cloudy skies in Maryland today. 21 minutes to post time. If you have just a moment, a look at your Timonium program changes. In the first race, scratch the 6. Peace out. Scratch 6. Peace out. Second race, no changes. Race 2. Third race, number 2, Beachmont, jockey Marshall Mendez. Number 4, So Grand, jockey Xavier Perez. Marshall Mendez on the 2, Xavier Perez on the 4. Scratch the 5, Star of Abraham. Scratch the 7, Northern Cardinal. The fourth race, no changes. Fifth race, scratch 1, Schrader. Scratch 4, Night Preacher. 1 and 4 out of the fifth. Sixth race, no changes in the sixth. Seventh race, scratch 1A, part of the entry, Just Call Ray. Seventh race, scratch 1A, Just Call Ray. In the eighth race, 2 Cayuga is 1 over. Scratch number 3, Reese's Drama. Scratch 7, Miss Hard to Get. That's a look at your program changes. 20 minutes to post time, and the track condition is fast. The Pimlico Preservation Project has Pimlico and Preakness memorabilia as gifts for donations to a variety of aftercare organizations. Stop in to see them on the lower levels of the Timonium Grandstand across to the betting windows.